Well, let me move on to the Kumasi Asante Kotoko bit, because the reason why I'm talking about this is not because of Kotoko alone, but the fact that they've sold Alberta Moa to Ali Benghazi in Libya, and then he also added a statement that for Ghana football right now, it is just for entertainment sake, and in terms of challenging for trophies, there's a problem. Listen to lawyer Safuduku on this.
The agreement was reached after the match. Obviously, we also have to consider the interest of the player as against that of the club. Kotoko also needs money to run the club. There's a school of thought which believes that it's not the best to transfer the player at this stage. If you are into football in Ghana at this stage, I'm sure that you agree with us. Not permitted to disclose the figure, but the Ghanaian standard, I think it's okay. Let me be frank with you that the only motivation left in our game today is to get opportunity to sell one or two players outside. Otherwise, a time will come that clubs will have to beg to raise funds to run the clubs, because the matches are not fetching us money. Sponsors are not coming because of economic reasons, and so who do we blame? If the opportunity comes and Kotoko has to be run, why not? If the aim is to win continental trophies, I do not think that we are there yet, because of the fact that we are not well resourced to be able to match the likes of WAC and the others.
There you have it from Communications Director of Asante Kotoko, lawyer Samuel Safuduku, and then I think it's a fair point, well made. You look at the level of finance that we have in this country, and then you have to compare it to that of the ones that we are competing against, notably the North Africans. They've got better players. They've got not better players though, but experienced players. Let me say it that way. Experienced players. That's in the competition that they are playing in. So experience makes you better sometimes, and that's what I'm talking about. You need experience to be able to perform in such competitions. Now, picture this. Now, Kotoko's best striker is Alberta Moa. He's leaving the country to Libya for a sum over $250,000. Over $250,000. Some are hearing $300,000. That's the range. Picture this. That if your best striker is leaving the country at this point, we have played 7 matches in the Ghana Premier League, 7 games, 7. We are doing 34 weeks. Sikasemi a problem in this country on all sectors. Once again, Sikasemi a problem. Our clubs are also suffering. They must find ways to curb that problem, financial problem. Player exodus has been there from way back. So do well to match up, at least compete a bit. That's why Safuduku pointed out that for now, Kotoko is the biggest club alongside Hearts in Ghana. There are 2 clubs. You are either Kotoko or Hearts, even if you support Media, Mathematics, Ghana or whatever. You are either Kotoko or Hearts, unless, let's say, you are in the new generation. You were just born in some 10 or 15 years ago. But if you've been here from the 25, 30 years, 20 years going, definitely you are either Kotoko or Hearts. And there's a big challenge in this country, that finances are a problem for the clubs. You might be selling players, but you will wish to sell players for $1 million, $2 million, $700,000, $800,000. But if you are selling for $250, $150, $200, you know that a Enyes can be a man of Africans. In fact, when Kotoko lost to WAC in Accra, WAC paid €4,000 to each player. So clearly, Sikasemi a problem in all sectors. The only way that can be sorted out is that the clubs find ways to curb the situation. Yes, Adia, Emono Kruma ya Ghana Premier League, FA Cup. Then we go. If you are lucky, you meet some of the teams that are not in the North African side, who do not really prioritize the continental games. You beat them, you get to the group stages, you get some cash there because you play 3 matches, and then you get into the knockout stages. The 3 matches you play at home will give you money. The matches you play away are just experience, and then that's all. You will get a chance to sell players from that same set. Imagine Kotoko having Big Mbella as well as Sonny Akuba in their sets now. The last time I chanced on a lineup of Hartlepool, all the 11 players in that lineup, some 3 years ago, but who created team in review. So that should tell you how we struggle in this country. So the Ghana Premier League has not really produce a lot of finances for the club, but they are happy with what they are earning, but they will want more. Everybody wants more, but even the ones that they are earning cannot compete with the North Africans, cannot even compete with the Central Africans. They have a bunch of Africans because Rwanda, Kenya, they are so tapping into our players. Sudan, Omoji, the players. If the Senegalese, the Ivorians also decide to tap into our talents, I tell you, because the Ivorians, they've also got quality. The Senegalese, the Nigerians, they have their own quality. But if you compare them to what we have here, but the gap between ours and in the North Africa and then the Southern Africa, how many of our players have been in the Southern Africas and the Central and then the Northern Africas? Baby, we have a huge challenge. So I came here to tell you this. Understand this so you know how to support your club, and also hope that the club will find a way to gain a lot of money aside selling players, because if you want to see Kotoko compete in the continentals, it starts from this point. Sikano, everybody, but fashion team say, kakra. Nasa fashion team so say, omunti mi nkonkudu bebi aposo nkudu. As simple as that.